Let's look at what the stories are making on the front pages today. The 22nd of December 2021 is a Wednesday, so let's look at the front pages. And we're starting in Nigeria with The Punch.
Now, The Punch has quite a number of stories here. The very big one talks about the Electoral Act Amendment Bill. Senators threaten to override Buhari, governors back president. So on one side, where we have the senators saying we will go ahead or we might go ahead with it, the governors are coming to give their full support to what the president is saying. There's more details on page 2 for that story. You can also see this picture here. It says suspected kidnappers, armed robbers, female bandit informants, fraudsters, and others during their parade in Abuja. Now you can see.
Do they still do that?
So this is they said suspected.
Suspected. So why the parade? Yeah. And I thought the police and the law said there no more parading of suspects or charged criminals towards the media.
Well, Olisa, I mean, we need to go into the papers that's looking at The Punch this morning for more details on that. We can see down here, reps, that's on page 13, reps to invite envoy over Nigeria's humiliation in Togo, and they've also ordered a probe. But there's more details of that from page 13 of The Punch this morning. Now, looking at Twitter ban on page 20, that's on the upper part of the paper, Lisa. Nigeria loses 499.32 billion naira as Twitter ban hits 200 days. Oh, Lisa, like joke, Twitter has been banned for 200 days.
Yeah, VPN. I'll leave it like that. All right, so let's move on to another story, another paper this morning. Well, still in Nigeria, strangely. So we're going to the first news in Nigeria. Front page as the governor of Kaduna State in the north in the country, El-Rufai, says there's nothing like, quote, repentant bandits. Says governors run to Buhari. Governors of Kaduna runs to Buhari, laments over Kaduna massacre, lambasts the military over failure to reach the bandits on locations. There you have it on the front page. So El-Rufai is saying there ain't nothing like repentant bandits. So what do you call them then? Also at the top there, Nasarawa death toll rises to 45. Farmers mostly affected. Buhari warns, promises justice. Many will say they've heard that before. And at the bottom there, former NUJ boss Bonny Iwoha dies on the front page. There's a story about him. Electoral Act, governors back president as many senators dissent. And also at the top, very top, Ekiti governorship, another commissioner resigns from Fayemi's cabinet. Wow, all that and more on the front page and inside the first news in Nigeria. Now from the first news, let's move to the New Vision this morning. Now the New Vision is all about schools reopening. It says here, reopening 61% schools in crisis. That's what it's saying right here on page 5. Now government to provide fund at least 113 billion shillings earmarked. That's on pages 15, 16, and 17 of this paper. That's the New Vision this morning. Now we can see here, children share plans for Christmas. So Lisa, I know this time when we're kids, we're always excited and looking forward to this time of the year. Yeah. Now looking at security updates, new rebel group linked to police murders. That's on page 5, and on page 8, NRM to clean their house. Who's coming out and telling them this? You can go to page 8 for more political stories. And the very last one here, looking at the parliament, this is at the upper right-hand part of the paper. It's on page 7. 50 test positive for COVID-19. There's more details of that from the New Vision this morning. And finally, we can go to the Daily Nation in Kenya. Well, we have one that talks about the national politics. National Assembly set to debate and vote on amendment today. And that's Mudavadi joins DP as Deputy President Ruto to fight Uhuru and Raila on the bill. So they have the front page of the key players, Uhuru Kenyatta, Raila Odinga, Deputy President William Ruto, and Mudavadi all on the front page of the Daily Nation in Kenya. But there's a strange one at the top right there. So it says, quote, I want my bride price back, man tells in-laws. So it's a story about Mr. Wilberforce Murunga, who's 52, in the Katale Law Court yesterday. He's seeking a refund of the bride price from his mother-in-law and brother-in-law, accusing them of fraud. Well, find out more on that story and why he wants his bride.
This is the man who was living in the United States, according to that story. He was living in the United States and he came back because his wife said he should come back. Now, prior to that time, he has been sending money home. So my guess is probably he was sending money for a project. Now he came home and is seeing invisible projects.
Wants bride price back. Let's find out more inside the front page and paper, the Daily Nation in Kenya.